She's very proud of this very large stick that he's found. But I have to be careful he doesn't scratch any cars as we go. Hi, I'm Shoestring Jane. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Vlogmas Day 17. So we're having a frugal Vlogmas, as you know. And I will start by adding, well, it's not a can, is it? A thing, a thing of chickpeas to my food bank collection. It's not something they ask for, but I know that, you know, just because you're poor and you have to use a food bank, it doesn't mean that perhaps you're not vegetarian or vegan or Asian and like using chickpeas in lots of things. So I'm putting them in. So in they go. I've got a coffee as well. Me and Archie have just come back from our walk. It's a funny day. It's quite nice actually. It's cool and kind of a bit dreary, but also there's some nice light coming through. I've got my Mrs. Claus. Now this is, for someone who says I don't buy Christmas things, this is a Christmas novelty thing. We've got Mr. and Mrs. Claus. We didn't buy it. I think I won it in a giveaway. Do you remember Emma Drew? Those of you who watched or read Frugal Vlogs and blogs and over the years may remember Emma Drew. She was like a really successful blogger and vlogger at one point, and I think she just had enough of people being just vile to her on the internet, so she gave up and did something else in the end, because apparently you can't be of a larger woman on the internet without getting trolled silly, so she had enough of it. But I think she did a giveaway of really nice kind of wooden natural Christmas ornaments, and I have a feeling that she and her husband had started a Christmas shop and it was to do with promoting that. So that came also with the ornaments. That was an Instagram giveaway, I think. So we've kept them. We use them all year round. They're Christmas. Sometimes I'm Mrs. Christmas at Easter. Sometimes I'm Mr. Christmas. I really don't care. It's very hot. I just nuked the milk. Anyway, the thing about doing Vlogmas every day and helping my mum to move and trying to organise things like her council tax and energy and that kind of thing is that I haven't had time really for normal money making stuff. So I haven't done any eBay listing for ages. So probably not since I did my last video on it, and I'd pulled out some things that Justin had given me to sell on my personal account. If you remember, I had a vintage mangle, a child's mangle, triangle mangle, that did sell. That sold for what I started the auction at. Did it as an auction because I didn't know the value, because it had a bit of damage, it had a bit of rust. So I started at £16. I sold it at £16, but there you go. That's better than sitting festering in Justin's mum's garage. And what's the other thing that I sold? Oh, his Skyrocket was a Hot Wheels Skyrocket, really big, long toy. And it wasn't quite working. So again, I didn't really know what the value was. I saw that somebody had sold one that was in better condition for £75. So I thought, well, I'll do this on auction as well. I think I started the auction at £40. It went for £48. And I was utterly saved on this by my neighbour, who I sent a thing round to my neighbours recently saying, when you're getting your Christmas deliveries, please do think about me for your boxes and your packaging, because I explained to them that I run this little business on eBay selling vintage and breakable items. And next door, the day that big Hot Wheels thing sold, he came round and said, do you want my recycling before I put it out? And amongst it was a lawnmower box, and it was massive. And I had been thinking, what am I going to do when that sells? And it literally sold that night. And thankfully, it fitted to the centimetre. Once I'd got the bubble wrap around it, fitted to the centimetre, and it was a really good solid sturdy box, so that was really handy. And now of course I'm getting all the boxes and the packaging from my mum's move, so I'm bringing those back. The garage is looking a bit nuts at the moment because I need to sensibly store my boxes when I've got a lot of them. I mean, obviously I can fold them flat, but I still need to stand them up against something or put them somewhere where they're not going to get damp, and I haven't figured it out, so I'm leaving that. I can wait till after Christmas. I will have a lot by then because my siblings have unpacked the rest of Mum's flat and they've saved me the boxes and the packaging. I hope they have anyway, otherwise I'll be cross. So I brought some home with me when I was there, so I've got all that to come. Anyway, so this is a video. I'm going to kind of do a little bit of work whilst I chat to you, a little bit of research on prices and that kind of thing. So I've got a few things, a couple of them I actually bought to sell, but most of them are more things that are either ours or Justin has dug them out of the pit of vintage items that exists at his mum's and want them to be sold. They're just giving them to me. I mean, they don't want anything, so I'm going to just sell them. So let me show you what they've got and what I kind of think I could possibly ask for them. I'll put, because I'm not going to do that research whilst I'm talking to you actually, I will put the estimated prices next to my video when I'm chatting. So can't speak today, get your teeth in. Anyway, let's start with, this is some, I think I would have shown you these. I showed you these the other day, but I haven't listed them yet. I listed a load of stuff I got with them. It's a pair of vintage, I think there's a dormer curtains, and they're, yes, dormer. Let's see, dormer curtain. Dormer are really nice quality. So I do pick up vintage dormer curtains. I've got these in a charity shop, and they're really very clean. The lining's all clean, and they're, well, I would say that is 80s or maybe early 90s. It's that kind of those kind of muted tones that I would say from them. But if you think differently, you let me know. That's what I'm going to list them out unless somebody tells me something else. Made in the UK. Maybe they're earlier than that then, actually. And they're cotton polyester blend. So they're quite nice. They'd be lovely in a pale yellow sunny bedroom, wouldn't they? They've got dandelions on them. I think they're quite nice. They're long curtains. So, yes. So they're good quality curtains, dormer. So I can normally get about 30 quid for them, but I'll have a little look and see if I can see some solds of anything similar. So they've got to be photographed and listed. Now, this is another thing, because I did well with the vintage toys Justin had, and these are all things that belong to Justin and his family. He has a brother and a sister. Is this little barrow, sack barrow, isn't it? It's quite rusty, as you can see, but the wheels are on and the wheels are working. And I'll give that a little clean up, but I don't do anything else because I'm not going to get very much for it. And somebody will likely buy that and do it up. I think it's quite cute. I don't know what you'd use it for, but I guess it could go in a museum or be used in a school history project, or you get buffs who like to, like vintage toy enthusiasts who like to do them up. So I don't know, I'll put what I think it could go for in the corner. And then now this is the second lot of these I've had. Justin's dad, when he was alive, used to collect pewter tankards. Now I've already sold 3 boxes of these, not for very much. What I ended up doing was I put them together in groups and sold them for about £15-20 each. So I'll do the same with this one, although they look better quality. Some of those other ones were actually bashed up and people still bought them. So I think they melt down the pewter and use it for other projects. So this one is quite nice. It's got a little pattern on it. It looks quite old. It doesn't say where it's from. You can see it's got some engraving, just about. But there are quite a lot of them, and I've got a massive big box. Let me show you the box. So here's the box. As you can see, there are a lot in here, and so they look in better condition. This one's a really heavy one. They have a kind of a glass bottom. I don't know why they had a clear bottom. A lot of them do. It's this one. That has a badge on it. What does that say? It's a bit grubby. Guernsey. It says Guernsey. And there's all different sorts. None of them say made in England on these ones. Most of the others either said made in England or made in Hong Kong. But as I say, they're very grubby. I'm going to have to give them a good wash before I do anything else. And then I'll divide them up into sets, maybe of kind of similar sizes. Some really little ones. So that one's a bit bent. Quite a small one. And then I will put them up and just see what I can get for them. I reckon probably, how many are in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know, about 20, 25. I will divide them up maybe into 4 or 5 lots and do them for about £15-20 each, I think. Oh, let's just get another sip of my coffee. Stop being quite so radioactive now. I'm drinking the oat milk that the milkman brings me. And what I've found with it is it's so thick. And I found that with better quality, well, I think more expensive oat milk, that it's actually too thick for me. So I end up watering it down, and I've been watering this down by half and then it's fine. So I don't know why they make it quite so thick. Maybe they want it to feel kind of rich and luxurious, but I actually think it makes it just settles. It's like having porridge in your coffee. So that's absolutely fine, and that's 50-50. So I get 2 pints a week, and that lasts me for coffee every day and any cereal and anything else. This is another thing Justin found, and it's an old vintage toaster. Obviously, this is sold as seen. I'm not going to. Comes with free cobwebs apparently. It's just got the end like this. So it could be a prop. It could be a museum again. It could be just someone who likes these things and messing about with them. I can't even work out how to open it, actually. I think these things slide out. Ah, there you go. You slide out and then you put your toast. It does one half at a time, but you do 2 slices. So that is really old. I don't know. That's got to be 1930s maybe. But I, again, need to do some research. Don't really know. And I know that often you people give me good ideas and information about things, so you might tell me. So I can't get used to having shorter hair. The thing is, I said just cut all the ends off. They're really, really in need of a good cut. But she's not quite done the layers right. So probably it's my fault because I just don't spend any time styling my hair and then I go for dog walks. My sister gave me this. Something I should get on today. Although it's too late for Christmas now. It's too late anyway, but if I'd got it earlier, it would have been good. The Logo board game doesn't actually look as though it's been used. No, it hasn't. Look, things are still in the bags. So it's brand new, never used. It must have been an unwanted present. So yeah, I'll get that on. I mean, it won't sell before Christmas now, but somebody might want it at some point. The Logo game. Do you know that? I'm not good at logos. We had a logo, I did a quiz last Christmas. My sister did a quiz and we did a logo round and I was not good at it at all. Okay, so moving on to things that I have purchased recently to sell. And not very much at all because I've not really been in any charity shops except to donate. So if I go to donate, I took all the excess Christmas decorations and a few bits of clothing and things like that I didn't want. And I've picked up just a couple of things. This jumped out at me because I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a pottery. It's clearly handmade and hand painted and it's a bit wonky. I don't know if that's deliberate, make it look rustic. I kind of feel like it should be on display like this rather than in use because it's so lovely. But it's clearly hand painted and I paid £3 for it. And I was looking at similar items on Etsy and eBay and people were asking up to £65 for them. I'm not going to ask that much. Or this much for a new one. And especially as I don't know if it's meant to be like this or if it's just a second. What do you think? But I think if it's a display plate and you've got it on a stand, it really doesn't matter, does it? And if you could have that in your beach hut, couldn't you? Absolutely gorgeous. I just think it's lovely. It's got so much kind of vibrancy and life in the picture. Really like it. So I'm not sure, again, how much I will sell that for. And then I picked up a whole set in a charity shop I went to when I forced my daughter to go to Specsavers the other day. I made her go and get her eyes tested because we keep telling, I think I might have mentioned this in another vlog, we keep telling her that we don't think her eyesight's up to much and she keeps saying it's fine. And I took her and it turns out she needs to wear glasses all of the time and her left eye is not fine at all. So this is that Cornish, I'm trying to think how to say it. Oh, I can't actually see the bottom, can't see what it says. This is the pattern and I will tell you what it's called when I can remember. It tells me how much I paid here. Let's just get that. They were lovely in there. They said, oh, come back after your eye test and we'll pack it all up for you. £7.99 for the set. This is going to really annoy me now. Let me just find the name. It's Cornish ware. I've had it before and it begins with a K. Let me go look for it. So it's called Kernwerk. I think that's how you pronounce it. Kernewwerk. There's quite a lot of it on eBay, and I had some brown Kernwerk before. Trying to think what it was. A gravy boat, I think it was. And I think that's sold. But I haven't seen this blue, and I think it's actually rather lovely, isn't it? It's a really nice pattern. I love the shape of this vintage teapot. I love this shape. I think it's just somehow very symmetrical and satisfying, isn't it? I really like it. So I've got the teapot, the jug, 4 cups, 4 saucers and 4 cake plates. No sugar bowl, I don't think. But yeah, I thought that was a good buy for £8. So I'll definitely get my money back on those. So they'll go on my business account, obviously, because if you buy to sell, then you have to, well, you're supposed to, I know lots of people don't, you're supposed to sell on as a business and with all the sort of the rights and responsibilities that you have when you're dealing with a business and their responsibilities. So yes, so some things will go on my personal account because we didn't buy them to sell, they were already owned, and some things will go on my business account. So anyway, that's just a little look at what I'm going to be doing today. So it's not all Christmas. Somehow the work has to carry on and I have to keep earning some money, or come the new year, my eBay account's going to be completely flat anyway, and everything goes flat. YouTube goes flat because all the advertisers have spent all their money coming up to Christmas. eBay goes flat because everybody spent their money. And I still have a couple of bits of freelance writing, so I'll still have that, but I do have to be careful and realistic. And January is going to be a no-spend January anyway, for that very reason. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here for now because I need to go and get on. I shall edit this video, get it scheduled, and then get on with doing my listing. So I hope you enjoyed Vlogmas 17. I'll see you tomorrow for day 18. See you then. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.